Hello, teacher. Today we will talk about the topic the infinity versus gerunds. My name is Ruel David Añarrocha con Flores. The students are Capira Javier Yamoca. Okay,
Hello.
let's begin, Capira.
Okay, let's go. The infinitive verb and the definition. The infinitive verbs are those that express an action without a specific tense and the mode of person. Use in the infinite verbs. They use in the five cases. And the case number one and the fifth are events in general. They are verbs that do not have tenses. Because we are talking about general situations and they are not conjugated. Sorry. For examples, and to study, to play, to sleep, to listen, or negative, not to study, not to play, not to sleep, not to listen. The note, and let us remember that the verb in Spanish, its term is are, ir. Case number two, and the use and the subject or object in the tense. When we talk about the subject, it is a one that starts and the sentence and the object, no? In this one that receives it. For example, to read is what I love. In this case, to read as and the subject and the first in the sentence. And sentence number two, what I love is to read. In this case, the to read is an object. Now, they are some sentences that work like this and infinitive, and also in gerund. But others will not work like that. Next, please. Yeah. In the case number three, the indicate and the rip. um, don't go thinking that rip the means a racing pace. No, no. The refer is and the reason, the intent, and the purpose. For example, you are here to learn. To learn, in this case, is no. In this case, no, these are the reason and the intent or purpose. And other sentence. Javier stopped. The car is to rest. No? To rest in this case is rip. Um, it is showing is a reason in an intention or a purpose where you are here. Next, please. And the between two common verbs, not modal. And we use the two when making a sentence between two common verbs. For example, he wants to eat later, or they came to help us. In this cases, in the sentence, um, want and eat, no, want and eat, um, as is two verbs, the common verbs, sorry, and they use to in the between verbs, and to also and they came to help, and came and help, and two verbs in the common verbs, and they use to. Um, the when use the modal verbs, and we must the omit to. For example, no. Uh, he should eat. They can help. In these cases, the modal verb is should, it can't, and the two verb and the omit to and the cause in an action. The remains the verb form, the basic form. Case number five, and the causative verbs. Um, it is when we are causing the with in an action our other action in another person. For example, the teacher Aníbal wants you to learn this topic. No. In this example, we can say that the teacher Aníbal wants to you to learn, making a subject plus verb plus subject, and the verb and the towards us. Uh, the teacher Aníbal is and the subject number one, and wants is the verb number one. You and the subject number two, it to learn is in this case and they use the to and definitive learn and definitive to learn.
And to continue the explanation, the ways of using the gerunds. For example, from number one, progressive and continuous. For example, the one, two, three, four, the four sentences. For example, the sentences number one, I was walk down the street. Is the refers the walk, the picture number one, for example. But something is missing here. The speaking, the gerunds, the progressive is the walk. Okay, and agreed in and G. The correct note, I was walking down the street. Street. The sentence is number two. I am learned English. For example, the picture number two, to the C is the progressive learned. The additional degree ing. The complete the sentences is I am learning English. The sentence is three. For example, my partners will eat at the party at a party. If I use the gerunds as progressive is the eight and agree the additional and ang. The complete sentences my partners will be eating at a party. The final example sentences, the progressive and continuous. The from number one, the gerunds. I am watch TikTok with my friends. The C picture number four, the refill. Something is missing here. The progress continuous is watch. And additional ing. I am watching TikTok with my friends. The from number two, subject and object. For example, the subject and use the gerunds. The play is his passion, but play is subject. Okay, we have played additional ing. Playing is his passion. For example, the sentence is number two. Traveled is what he loves. The subjects traveled. Additional ing. Traveling is what he loves. The supposition is the he loves traveling is what the sentences. For example, final subject think is what he loves. Additional ing, the speaking gerunds, singing is what he loves. For example, the from number two is object. The the order is the sentences. For example, the sentence is number one. His passion is played. The remembered and For example, the subject playing is his passion. The order, his passion is played. Additional ing. The the sentence is number two. What he loves is traveled. The order that referred the subject traveling is what he loves. The object what he loves is traveled. Traveled is the object that sentences the heard. Additional ing. The finish the sentences, for example, object is number three. What the loves is sing. What he loves is sing. Additional ing. If we finish the form number two, subject and object. The subject is the action playing is his passion. The object is the reason his passion is playing. Okay. The form number three is the adjective. For example, how is it? For example, number one, the sentences, this is not a cook a cook knife. The how is it is not a cook knife. Cook, additional ing. The from number two, this is not a jump rope. The how is it is not a jump rope. The jump is the verb is additional ing. The sentences number three, he is on a game site. The house the house how is it is on a game site. The game delayed e additional ing. Finish the for example the form number three. The adjective house is it. The for example the sentence number four. It was a challenge 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 game. The house how is it was a challenge game. Okay, challenge additional ing. The for finish the use gerunds is, for example, from number four after some verbs. For example, the number sentences want. I like a pizza. I like verb ate. Additional ing. I like eating pizza. The possible to eat pizza. The referred using gerunds. I like eating pizza. The gerunds additional ing. The number two, the sentences I love watch movies. I verb watch additional ing. The next, the sentences I love to travel. Sorry, I love to travel. In an occasion is to travel. The convenience is the check. Yes, the check. The possible. The obligation. The verb. The traveling. And additional um, the obligatory, and the traveling. I love to traveling. The possible. The possible. The next the sentences we love to drink soda. The verb drink, additional ing. The next the sentences we love go to the cinema. The verb in anticipation go. An additional uh, the gerunds ing. We love going to the cinema. The next, the sentences, for example, don't stop practice. The verb in action, the object practice is the delayed e, additional ing. Finish the sentences